Today we are going on a journey. It might not seem like you're going very far, but we're going to be traveling and looking at our very own planet. Join me as we study planet Earth. Planet Earth is our home planet, but how much do you really know about it? Earth is located 93 million miles from the Sun and is the third planet from the Sun. Some people like to call Earth the Goldilocks planet because it's not too close to the Sun, so it doesn't get too hot, and it's not too far from the Sun, it doesn't get too cold. It's Goldilocks. It's just right. About 71% of the Earth's surface is water covered. Earth is said to be the blue planet and the only planet to support life. It is covered with water, rocks, and soil, and surrounded by air. Earth's location from the Sun and its atmosphere of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, plus water vapor and other gases allow plant and animal life to abound. The atmosphere extends 1,000 miles above the surface. Research satellites have revealed that the upper atmosphere is active and affects our weather and climate. Earth rotates at the fast speed of 1,600 kilometers or 1,000 miles per hour, making a complete rotation every 24 hours. Earth's rapid rotation, its extensive magnetic field, and its atmosphere shield us from most of the Sun's harmful radiation. Most meteors burn up in Earth's atmosphere before they strike the surface. Hey, let's go ahead and talk about Earth. And I have an Earth globe here. It's just like a beach ball kind of a thing. And if you don't have something like that, that's okay. But we are going to be using different kinds of models to study our Earth as we look at how it has day and night and how we have seasons. But with us just looking at some Earth facts, we can talk about a few different things. First of all, we know that the Earth has an equator, and you know that there is the North Pole and the South Pole. Okay, so at the poles, it's never very warm, but it's always warm at the equator. But the cool thing about Earth is it's not like this. It does not sit up and down like this. It is actually tilted. And what we say is we have a special word. We say it's got an axis that goes through it. So the top of the axis would be at the North Pole and the bottom would be at the South Pole. So it's like a pretend line that the Earth has going through the center of it. So if I have my fingers like this, you can kind of see that. But a lot of times you can tell that on a globe. So this is a great resource for us. And if you don't have something like this, it's okay. If you have some sort of ball, or we can make maybe some sort of little Earth model for when we do need it. I'll give you some options. But for what we're doing today, I'm going to show you some things. So that is a really great one. But a better one to kind of show how the Earth is a globe. And I have this globe. It's very old. But the thing I like that it shows is that the Earth is tilted. And so we have this axial tilt. So the Earth is not straight up and down. It's tilted, and it's about 23.5 degrees that it's tilted. So you can see the North Pole here and then the South Pole. So that's how it is tilted. And we're going to see that the Earth spins in a counterclockwise fashion, and then it also goes around the Sun. So these models definitely help us see a few of those things that we were just talking about. You can also see from this model and the other model how blue Earth is, because we are made up mainly of water. So the time it takes for Earth to revolve or go around the Sun is 1 year, or 365 days. We're going to learn that it's actually 365 and 1/4 days is how long it takes the Earth to go around the Sun. But we'll get into that later. Earth's revolution around the Sun and its axial tilt are what causes seasons on Earth. We know that the Earth goes around the sun, but the moon goes around the Earth. As the moon moves around Earth, we only see the part of it that is lit by the sun. Each moon shape that we see is called a phase, and it takes about 29.5 days for the moon to complete all 8 phases. That also means that it takes 29.5 days for the moon to completely go around the Earth. All right, I have another model of Earth, and it looks very different than the other two we looked at. This model of Earth is actually a tennis ball. So if we think about the Earth being about this size, we know that the moon is about this size. Okay, so the moon is much smaller than the Earth. We also know that the sun, if we had the sun, it would be gigantic compared to these. Maybe this would be a better sun representation with these models. But we have our Earth and our moon. Okay, if we said that the moon was that little wooden ball, and this is our Earth, I've got the string to represent the distance. So you can see that they don't look that far. But to give you some idea of what this model is showing us, the International Space Station that we're going to be observing and seeing in some of our videos, when we're looking at this model, the International Space Station is only about right here. So it doesn't really travel very far away from Earth. So when we see some of those images, that does play a part in that it's so close, because look how much farther the moon would be. This type of conceptual model shows us that the moon goes around the Earth. You can also see that the Earth is much larger than the moon. And then I can also see that the Earth is going around the sun, and that the sun is way bigger than the Earth. Wow, we've already learned so much about Earth, and we're going to continue learning about these concepts throughout our Earth in Space unit. Now it's your turn. You're going to check out the resources that I've provided for you, and you're going to find out some Earth facts. What are you going to find out about our planet? All right, I hope you learned a lot about the Earth. That's all for me. Take care. Peace.